Jobe Chapter 1. In the land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was known for his perfection and uprightness, and he held a deep reverence for God while avoiding evil. Job had 7 sons and 3 daughters. His possessions were substantial, including 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a vast household. This made Job the most prosperous man in the East. His sons would take turns hosting feasts in their homes and invite their sisters to join them. At the end of each feast, Job would sanctify his children. Rising early in the morning, he offered burnt offerings for each of them, fearing that his sons might have sinned or cursed God in their hearts. Job followed this ritual diligently. One day, the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came among them. The Lord asked Satan where he had been, and Satan replied that he had been roaming the earth and moving about in it. Then the Lord asked Satan if he had considered his servant Job, a man who was perfect and upright, fearing God and avoiding evil. Satan countered, suggesting that Job only served God because he had been blessed and protected. He insinuated that if God were to remove his protection and blessings, Job would surely curse him. The Lord responded, granting Satan the authority to test Job's possessions but not to harm Job himself. Satan departed from the presence of the Lord. On the day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting in their eldest brother's house, calamities began to strike. A messenger came to Job, reporting that the Sabeans had attacked and taken away his oxen and donkeys, killing the servants, with only one survivor to bring the news. While the messenger was still speaking, another arrived, claiming that fire from God had fallen from heaven and consumed Job's sheep and servants, leaving only him as the lone survivor. As this messenger was speaking, a third one appeared, informing Job that the Chaldeans had raided and stolen his camels, murdering the servants, with only him remaining to share the dire tidings. Before the third messenger had finished speaking, a fourth messenger came with the most tragic news of all. He reported that a great wind had struck his eldest son's house, causing it to collapse on the young men inside, killing them all except for himself. In response to this overwhelming series of tragedies, Job rent his mantle, shaved his head, and fell to the ground in worship. He uttered these profound words: "Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In the midst of this immense suffering, Job did not sin or foolishly accuse God.